Listen, I'm about to teach you something that every single English-speaking learner of French has issues with. And I'm going to simplify it in such a way that even a can understand. I'm talking about the difference between depuis, pendant, and pour. Depuis, pendant, and pour can all translate into for in English, but they are used in completely different situations. And I want us to fix this today and forever. Depuis can be translated as since or for. It is used to describe an action that started in the past and is still happening now. For example, when I say I've been learning for 2 years, it means I started learning French in the past and that even now that I'm speaking, I'm still learning. So I've been learning French for 2 years. You would say, j'apprends le français depuis 2 ans. Now, this is the beautiful thing. When you're translating into French, you just have to translate the main verb. So when I say I have been learning French, when you translate to French, just simply say I learn French. All those have been does not have to be translated. So j'apprends le français depuis 2 ans. J'apprends already takes care of the entire sentence. I have been learning. And then of course, depuis now translates into that for. So j'apprends le français depuis 2 ans. I have been learning French for 2 years. I have been living here since 2020. All right. That means j'habite ici depuis 2020. She's been waiting for an hour. We translate into elle attend depuis 1 heure. We've been friends since childhood. We translate into nous sommes amis depuis l'enfance. Can you see? We have been friends just because what? We are friends. You see? Nous sommes amis depuis l'enfance. I have been working here since January. In French, you become I work here since January. All right? Which is je travaille ici depuis janvier. And the rule is very simple. You use depuis when the action is still true, even at the moment of speaking. It is what connects the present with the past. Let's go to number 2, pendant. Pendant translates into for in English, and it is used to describe an action that was completed in the past. All right? For example, when I say I studied French for 3 months, it means I have finished studying. Otherwise, I would have said I have been studying French. So when I say I studied French means at the moment of speaking, I no longer study, right? And that would translate into j'ai étudié le français pendant 3 mois. And the example is they stayed in Paris for weeks. I would have said they've been staying in Paris for weeks if they were still in Paris. The fact that I said that they stayed in Paris for a week means that they're no longer in Paris. And so in French, that would mean ils sont restés à Paris pendant 1 semaine. He worked there for 10 years. Il a travaillé là-bas pendant 10 ans. She slept for 12 hours. Elle a dormi pendant 12 heures. We talked for 2 hours. Would mean nous avons parlé pendant 2 heures. Are you following me so far the difference? Depuis, an action that started in the past that is still happening at the moment of speaking. And we use I have been, you have been, and in French you just use what? You just translate into present tense and put depuis. Pendant, talking about an action that finished in the past. Very simple. What about pour? In French, it's translated as for. It is used to explain something planned or expected in the future. Now, in the case of pour, we use it to express a future duration or intention, like something that hasn't started yet or is temporary by design. Let me give you a few examples. I am traveling to France for 2 weeks. It's not in the past. It's not an action that started that is continuing. It's a future plan. I'm traveling to France for 2 weeks or a plan that I have. All right. And you would say, je voyage en France pour 2 semaines. In this case, you can't say pendant 2 semaines. You can't say depuis 2 semaines. All right. Je voyage en France pour 2 semaines. Next, I am renting this apartment for 6 months, which means je loue cet appartement pour 6 mois. We are going out for the evening would mean nous sortons pour la soirée. All right. She's coming for the holidays would be elle vient pour les vacances. And I am saving money for the future would mean j'économise de l'argent pour l'avenir. Classwork. Translate this into French. I have been learning French for 1 year. And number 2, I am going to Paris for 2 weeks. And number 3, write your own sentence using depuis, pendant, or pour in the comment. Bisous, bisous.